2960 series switch. This is a step-by-step guide whereby many networking students fail to configure this networking device. Stay tuned as we configure this device step by step. This is a guide that I have created to guide you on how to achieve the configuration. Step 1, we will cable that network, whereby we will drag the 2960 switch and connect it with some computers. Step 2, we will enter the privilege mode. I'm going to talk about the modes, different modes that Cisco iOS uses. Then step 3, enter global configuration mode. This is the SLI script to enter the global configuration mode. When you see, when it ends with the hash, this is a privilege mode. I'll show you what it is. Then set switch host name. In networking, it is good to all networking device to have names. As such is a cornerstone in troubleshooting. This is when you see this is the global configuration mode. It means majority of the network services are configured in that particular mode. Next, I'll disable the DNS lookup. DNS lookup, this comes in or kicks in when you type the wrong command. The Cisco iOS tries to interpret it, tying it to a specific domain name, which it can't get, so it keeps on diagonizing, but it cannot get the right domain name. So to disable such particular errors, we use this command, no IP domain lookup. Step 6, to configure enable password. Enable password, this is just to secure the privilege mode. Privilege mode, for you to move from user mode to privilege mode, you have to enter the password, so to avoid intrusion into the network device. Step 7, configure the console password. This is the part of lines, that is, we've got VTY, virtual terminal lines for remote access, and console. Console applies for a new device. If at all the device is just new from the factory, it has no configuration, we use the console cable to access it and give it fast configuration as per the need. Then the last step is configuring the line VTY. After there, encrypt the password. Remember, all passwords should be encrypted, because if at all an attack happens to come across your passwords, then your network is gone. Then step 10, I'll configure the banner. Banner is just a kind of a message that is displayed when you first log into the device. Second last step, I'll save configuration and verify. So let me go back to Cisco Packet Tracer. This is my Cisco Packet Tracer. Step 1, we take, this is the part of switches, networking device here, this section. We take 2960 switch, this is the column for the switch. This is 2960 switch, put it there. Then I give it a name. From there, let me pick two computers. To pick computers without picking one by one, you just press Ctrl, then you click on that particular computer, then it automatically picks. Then I will pick copper straight through to connect different networking device. That's a computer and a switch. This 2960 has 24 ports and 2 special gigabit Ethernet ports. So I'm going to take 0/1 to connect to first computer, 0/2 to connect to second computer. Then, as per my steps, you can see here. Let me zoom a bit. Add a switch. I have done this step already. This step. So click on the switch and open the CLI. Then proceed with this. So this is my switch. This is my switch. And this is the CLI. You can see my switch, it is just saying switch as its host name. So from the factory you will see this, but I'll change to its to my need. So type enable. This command is used to help you move from user mode to privilege mode. When it ends with greater sign, that is a user mode, whereby there is no much configuration that is done there. The moment I type enable, the mode changes. It changes to a hash. It ends with a hash. Hash means that here I am in privilege executive mode. So in privilege mode, if you want to know the commands that are configured in privilege mode, you just press space, then question mark. Then you will see this command. You will see these are the commands that can be configured in this. For example, here you can see command to do with clock. We can set the clock set. Then right now it is 1309. Then I give it that. Today is 14th March 2026. So I have configured the clock. Let me to verify the clock, show clock. You can see this 1 o'clock at 9 minutes. That is it. So to move from privilege mode to global configuration mode, we type configure terminal. That is it. You see, it has changed. We started with an angle sign here, a greater sign symbol. Then we moved to a hash, that is privilege mode. Then from there we moved to a switch, and then in bracket config. It means global configuration mode. So global configuration mode is categorized into further modes. For example, let me move to another step. So I'm done with this. I'm done with step 3. Let me set the switch host name. This host name in networking is just used to enhance easier troubleshooting when the network is down, so that you can reach to the point where the network is down by the names or the labels you've indicated. So you type host name, then the name you wish to give this switch, and there is a pattern that Cisco recommends in naming host name. So you give the device according to the location. Let's say that this device is located in Kenya. I'll give it Kenya. Then in Kenya specific where, let's say Nairobi. Then in Nairobi, in a town called we can say so that we can at least narrow down to where the switch is. You can see it is in Kenya, Nairobi, then CBD. So when you go to CBD, you can get this switch. This is just an example. So I can give it maybe finance. That is the location. Switch 2. So that is the host name. So I have configured the host name as per my guide here. So I move to the next step. To the next step, I disable the DNS lookup. This is what I mean by DNS lookup. When I type wrong command, for example here, you see, this is, so it interrupts you. It is trying to query the respective IP address related to this name, and this name, these letters here, these are wrongly typed. So to abort this, you press Ctrl Shift and then 6. You abort that. So to avoid that in the future, you just go to global configuration mode, then type no IP domain lookup. You can see. So that is it. It is just simple as that way. Then the next, I'm moving to passwords. Before you move to passwords, you must secure the user mode. You must secure the privilege mode by giving enable secret. There is this difference that you should get. There is enable secret class. Class is the name of the password. Then secret, it means that this password is going to be hashed or encrypted in a way that no intruder can read that password. But when you say enable password, then the password name, it means that password is going to remain in plain text. I can try here, enable password, and see the difference. Class. Show running config. Let's check the password that I have configured. Just a minute. You can see it is readable here, enable password class. So when you do this in normal real networking environment, this is very risky. So to avoid that, we use the name secret to make that password invisible. So enable secret class. You can see this is not recommended. Enter the enable. Let's first say no enable password class. Enable secret so that is it. If you use enable password class, at the end of the day you will use service password encryption to encrypt all the password. So that is it. I move to line configuration, line 0 password class, then login. Without login, that password should not be prompted. It will not request password. So I have done this part. I have configured the console line. So I have remained with the line VTY. This one is configured majorly in normal environment to ensure remote access to that device. So where default gateway is given. So exit to move to global configuration mode after moving from the line global configuration mode line interface to global configuration mode. So from here, line virtual terminal 0 to 15, that is 16 lines secured, then the password class, then login. There is this command that execution timeout. This is the number of, this is the time it will take you for the switch to log you out. So sometimes you can give it for security purpose. So that is it. I have finished configuring line VTY. You start by line VTY. You specify the start and the end, the range, that is the password. Without this, the switch will not request a password for that. So you should give login so that it can request. From there, exit, encrypt all password. Service password encryption is used to encrypt all the plain password that are available. Password encryption. So I have encrypted my password. Let me set the banner. To set the banner, you set the banner MOT, message of the day, then the symbol that you start with, that one must be also the symbol that you'll end with. So no intruders allowed in the network. So I started with an @ symbol, so I end with that. Then from there I save configuration. Let me show you the tricks for saving configuration. First, you can say copy in the privilege mode, copy, run, startup. This one means I'm copying the running configuration file into the startup configuration file. I'm copying the running configuration file stored in random access memory of this switch to the flash. Flash is stored in the startup config. That is it. So the moment I do that, you can see it has built configuration here. So that is it. Let me save, or you can just say write memory. It's also a way of saving, or in short, you can just say WR. It can do, or you can come here, then just click save. Still it will save. So tricks are many to kill the cat. So you can see, to verify configuration, what we've done here, you type show running config. This one, it will give you all the things that you can see. My password class, this is the equivalent of class. It has been hashed. So these are the configuration that I have done on this switch. You can see my banner here. You can see line console line configured, line VTY configured. So that is it. Then next is I have verified configuration. So that is it. That is the end of this basic configuration of Cisco Catalyst switch. Thank you so much. Feel tuned, feel at home in this particular channel. Please feel free to subscribe. In the next coming video, I'll come up with an extensive of this one. Thank you.